and welcome to OnDemand.Church. My name is Lily. I'm going to be your host today. Have you guys heard about what happened at the Oscars last week? Here in a moment, we're going to be chatting a little bit about that, but I just want to say welcome. I am so glad you're here with us today. You are going to experience some moments where you might be inspired, some moments where you might want to laugh a little bit. Today is just an opportunity for us to partner with you in an experience of church online. We want to inspire you right where you are, whether it's behind your desk or on your couch. We want to inspire you today. So thank you for hanging with us, and we're excited for what's going to take place. If you're like Patrick from the TV show SpongeBob and you live under a rock, you probably missed what happened at the Oscars this past week. There was a serious mishap at the Academy Awards. Did you know this? That the Oscars is the second most viewed television program just behind the Super Bowl? Now, the mistake I'm talking about is really confusing. The announcer was handed the wrong card, and so the wrong people came up to accept Best Picture Award, which is the biggest deal award at the Oscars. It's the last award to be announced. Now, I don't want to try explaining it anymore, so check this out, but I will be right back.
And the Academy Award for Best Picture.
You're impossible. Come on. La La Land.
This is not a joke. Moonlight has won Best Picture. Moonlight, Best Picture.
As you can tell, that was a serious mistake. Some people were really shaken by that. But it's not news that was really life-altering, that was dependent on something. No one was in danger. But for me personally, I immediately got a notification on my phone that this was important news, that I had to know that Emma Stone really wasn't nominated, really didn't win the award, and really to me, I was entertained for a moment, but it's not news that changed my life. Now, if you're a follower of Jesus, you know that that is good news. Jesus coming to earth to eventually die and resurrect for our sake, that's good news. That's the kind of news I want my friends who don't know to know. We often use things like social media, Instagram, Facebook, to post stories about our lives and the highlight reels about what's going on. But we don't often leverage those social media capacities to talk about Jesus, to share about who Jesus is in our lives and the impact he makes in our lives. I know for me personally, a place where I spend a lot of time at is at my CrossFit gym. I enjoy working out, I enjoy doing CrossFit, and I absolutely love the people that I get to spend time with there. Now, a lot of those people aren't attending my church, they don't have a relationship with Jesus yet, and I know that that is a possibility if I'm around them often, but it's not a possibility if all I'm doing is talking about the Oscars or talking about what I ate that morning. I want to encourage myself, inspire myself to be a light of Jesus, because that's what he asks us to do when we're followers of him. He wants more people to be followers of him. And in the same way, we can be a vessel, we can be a light for the people that we're around. So whether it be you or me, we're around a lot of people every day. We might come into contact with people over social media, through emails we're sending, or even our day-to-day, the person we see at the coffee shop or the person we sit next to on the bus. We come into contact with a lot of people. tons of social interactions all day, every day. And what we do with those social interactions is what matters. What news are we sharing during those interactions? The good news is that Jesus came so that we may have an abundant life, so that we can become followers of Him and enjoy life and share really great news throughout it. But the ultimate good news is Him. And so my question to you is, whether or not you have preconceived notions, would you just put those aside? Would you just take for a moment the thought that the good news is Jesus, and that's the news we should be spreading. That's the news we should be seeing on our Facebook feeds. That's the news that we should be posting ourselves. It is either to become a follower of Jesus or to become a better follower of Jesus and share that news with everyone around us. If the aha moment hasn't happened for you yet, if for some reason you're still not tracking or you really feel indifferent towards the topic or the way in which I'm communicating it, we want to provide another way to communicate this in your life. We believe here at OnDemand.Church that this is an important topic. Social media wasn't placed into our lives by accident. I truly believe personally that it's a platform that we can use to give people hope, and hope that comes from Jesus. So check out this video. It's all about how great news truly is meant to be shared.
Dear, rewrite the sign for which you have been accepted to the... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Danielle, you gotta see this. Look at this.
Come here, come here, come here.
Okay. How have you not seen that yet?
Congratulations. Thank you.
Start from the beginning. Tell us everything.
Okay, so
I can't believe it.
What is it?
You gotta be kidding me. That's great. Hey, come here. You gotta listen to the story.
I have something to show you.
Oh my goodness! Dad! Dad!
That is great.
We're gonna miss you.
What are we gonna tell first?
We gotta tell our moms. Your mom or my mom.
Peter, John, come see this. The tomb. It's empty.
Great news is meant to be spread. Our hopes today is that we would be able to raise a question of how are we using our social media platforms or our social interactions every single day to point people to Jesus. Now, I know for me personally, I stated before that my social media feeds are all highlight reels. They're all great things that are happening to me. But if I, for a second, just became intentional when I was posting and thought, how are my followers going to be inspired by this post? What if it changed what I was posting? What if I instead posted an encouraging Bible verse that I saw earlier that day? Now, I know that this may raise doubts in me that what if they unfollow me or what if someone gets offended? And I'm not trying to do any of those things, but what I am trying to do is have a voice for Jesus so that people would be inspired to take a next step in their relationship with Him. We're gonna hand it over to Scott to finish up this topic. And the cool part about today is that we are filming in Austin, Texas. Scott is gonna be walking the streets in Austin and sharing with you his thoughts all about the good news of Jesus and how to spread that. Check it out.
Hey guys, Scot Mendenhall here from OnDemand.Church, currently standing in the Austin airport, getting ready to board a plane to go back to Minnesota. And I just wanted to wrap up really quick the thoughts that Lily was sharing earlier. It's not gonna be very long because I think that she's done a great job of communicating the point today. before Jesus goes to heaven, he turns around and says to the people watching, about 500, and says, hey, go in all the world and make disciples. What does it mean to go? He's saying on your way to work, tell people about Jesus. On your way to the store, point people to Jesus. A disciple is a follower of Jesus. It's simply introducing that idea to people as you do life, encouraging them to be a follower of Jesus. What is a follower of Jesus? Not a perfect person. It is a person that's simply saying, I believe that Jesus is the Messiah. He died on the cross and rose again. I'm going to allow him to have influence in my life. And then encouraging others to have the influence of Jesus in their life. It's like this. If I was to be going to the store and you knew it, and you say, hey, on your way to the store, would you pick up a Red Bull? You knew I was already going to the store. When you go to the store, will you pick up Red Bull? I'm already headed there. But while I'm going, would you do this? Jesus is simply saying, we're all going to go into the world, right? We're going to travel the world. And as you're going, point people to being a follower of Jesus. We're on our way home. So on our way home today, we're going to point people to Jesus. We are going to utilize methods to point people to Jesus, even using YouTube to point people to Jesus, being followers as we go into the world. So on your way to work, on the way to drop your kids off at daycare, go and point people to Jesus. That's it. While you're doing life, point people to Jesus. And the last point on this, you don't have to have it all together to do this. This isn't like get perfect and then you point people to Jesus. No, inside your mess, Jesus cleans that up, and he is what gives you the permission to point people to Jesus, right? He's the one that's cleaning you up and making you who you are. You don't have to have it together to invite people to be a follower of Jesus. He's the one that does the cleaning up, not you and me. It's not our job to save people. It's our job to just point people to Jesus, even in the middle of our mess. And I think so many times we think it's about, I have to have it together before I can tell my family to follow Jesus. That's backwards. In your mess, point people to Jesus, because then you're saying, hey, I'm messy, and inside my mess, Jesus helps fix my mess. And so hopefully you get it today. Thank you so much for watching OnDemand.Church. Really quick, I just want to give you an opportunity to give. And we always have this section on OnDemand.Church to allow people the opportunity to give if you're locally from Unlocked Church in Maple Grove, Minnesota, or if you love what OnDemand.Church is doing on a YouTube channel and on a website, www.ondemand.church. You love the idea and you want to partner with us, you can give simply by texting the number 77977 and the word unlock, and you can give. It'll give you a walkthrough system how to do that, or you can go to our website, unlockchurch.com. You can go to www.ondemand.church. To give, you can click the button and just give. It's helping us spread the gospel across the world. It's really going. It's us going and making disciples, inviting people to be a follower of Jesus. So if you love those ideas, want to partner with us, this is how you do it. We will see you guys next week when we upload again to OnDemand.Church. Have a great week, guys. Bye.